Manchester United should hold an inquest over Michael Keane's exit, and Wilfried Zaha has grown as a player through international football. 10 things we learned. International action has dominated the headlines over weekend as qualification for the World Cup in Russia continued apace. England won comfortably against Lithuania, while Scotland and Northern Ireland picked up valuable victories that could still see them reach Russia in just over a year. Sportsmail's Ellis has studied the facts and stats from the weekend's action, both internationally and in the domestic game, and brought you 10 things we learned. 1. There ought to be an inquest at Manchester United into how Michael Keane was allowed to leave without exploring his potential, and something put in place to make sure it can't happen again. The Burnley defender was the standout performer in both England matches, looking comfortable on the ball in a back three against Germany and then defending solidly in a 4 against Lithuania. The 24-year-old made 10 clearances, more than the rest of England's defenders put together. 2. There can't have been a tougher job in international football than taking over Sweden's No 10 jersey from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The Manchester United star stepped down in the summer after 62 goals in 116 games for his country to leave a huge void. But maybe his shirt retained a bit of magic dust. Certainly it did for Leipzig winger Emil Forsberg, who wore it this weekend and scored twice in a 4-0 win over Belarus. 3. Aleksander Kolarov is having a bit of a nightmare with Manchester City at the moment, but if he thought an escape to play international football would help, he was wrong. The 31-year-old gifted opponents Georgia a goal after only a few minutes with an awful back pass that meant Nika Kakrova couldn't miss. Fortunately for Kolarov, his side got him out of trouble with the second half comeback to win 3-1. 4. John O'Shea ought to be in demand when his Sunderland contract runs out this summer, even though he will have celebrated his 36th birthday by then. The former Manchester United defender has already made it clear that he doesn't plan on retiring yet and wants to stay in the Premier League, ideally by helping the Black Cats achieve a miracle escape. If that doesn't happen, he put himself firmly in the shop window as the Republic of Ireland's best defender in their 0-0 draw with Wales. 5. International football seems to have given Wilfried Zaha's confidence a huge boost that will end up paying dividends for Crystal Palace. Boss Sam Allardyce wasn't happy when the 24-year-old chose to play for Ivory Coast in the Africa Cup of Nations and went missing from 5 matches as a result. But after doing well in the tournament, Zaha took the feel-good factor into his club games and is clearly still on top of his game, judging by the brilliant solo goal he scored at the end of a Mazzy dribble in a friendly against Russia. 6. At the age of 32, it would have been easy for Chris Brunt to call time on his international career after the heartbreak of missing Euro 2016 through injury. But the West Brom midfielder has not only fought back to fitness, he's doing all he can to take Northern Ireland to the World Cup finals. Winning his 56th cap against Norway, he set up the opening goal for Jamie Ward, meaning he's been directly involved in 3 goals in his last 3 internationals, 1 goal, 2 assists. 7. Switzerland manager Vladimir Petkovic has shown a bit of a magic touch ever since taking over the country's team in 2014, and his side are really kicking on now. A 1-0 win over Latvia leaves them, along with Germany, as the only nation left with a 100% record in this World Cup qualifying campaign. Petkovic, 53, was born in Bosnia but became a naturalized Swiss when he moved there in 1987 to play, and his club management career has included young boys of Bern plus a spell in Italy in charge of Lazio. He can certainly do no wrong at the moment. Substitute Josip Jermek got the winning goal barely 2 minutes after being sent on. 8. Millwall could find themselves fighting to keep goalkeeper Jordan Archer this summer if their promotion campaign peters out. Neil Harris's side have slipped out of the playoff places, and half a dozen championship scouts watched the 23-year-old in Saturday's 1-0 defeat at Swindon. They would have been impressed. The former Spurs trainee could have done nothing with Connor Thomas's injury time winner but had already kept his lackluster side in the game with 3 outstanding saves and some superb handling. 9. There can't have been a better free transfer signing this season in January than 31-year-old Portuguese winger Filipe Moreira, who was let go by Bradford and moved to League One rivals Bolton. The 31-year-old set up both goals in the 2-0 win at Shrewsbury, which opened a 6-point gap in the automatic promotion places for Phil Parkinson's side. It took Moreira to 11 assists in 2017, more than any other player in the top 4 tiers in English football. 10. Carlisle's promotion run has been hit by an astonishing goal drought which has now seen Keith Corrall's team go 11 hours and 26 minutes since they last hit the net. Their 7th goalless game in a row, a 2-0 home defeat by Crewe, means that after once looking certainties for automatic promotion they have now dropped out of even the League Two playoff zones.